What's going on, guys? It is Tony from Wolf Paintball, and today we are talking the difference in paintball lenses.
And why? Because it's a source for all the best lenses in the game.
That would be us here at lonewolfpaintball.com. So you guys are new, kind of just jumping on into the sport. I want to know the difference between a single pane, a dual pane, a thermal lens, a this, a that, a mirrored, a smoked, an HD, a yellow, a high definition, you name it. We've got some answers for you. So let's start off with the basics. So you buy a single pane lens, right around $30, something like this Dye SE single pane lens goggle here. Took the lens out. So you've got a single pane lens. There's no foam, there's no a lens within a lens. It's literally just a lens. That's it. Simple as that.
One single piece of plastic.
One single piece of plastic. That's exactly correct. And do you know what this is going to do, Mark?
Protect my eyes.
That is going to protect your eyes without a doubt, ASTM standards. But what it's going to do, if you've been playing a long time or maybe your first half hour into the game, these bad boys are going to fog up. Single pane lens, no bueno. It's going to protect your eyes. It's going to get the job done in that aspect, but you guys are going to be out there fogging up. And especially if you are like Mark and you are wearing glasses, inside of glasses, you are really going to be fogged up if you don't have a thermal lens, something like this. Now you guys can clearly see on the camera here, this is a lens. There is a foam outer lining here, and then there's another pretty much lens behind it. So the purpose of this entire thing is so you guys aren't reaching the dew point. This will help up with fogging. You guys are breathing heavy out there, running up, you guys are sweaty. Or like I said before, if you guys are actually wearing glasses inside of your paintball goggle, you are absolutely going to need something, a dual pane thermal lens. That is definitely going to be pretty much non-negotiable for you guys.
So yeah, it's two pieces of plastic connected by a foam gasket that prevents heat and moisture from transferring through, so that just like your house windows, right? Most people have dual pane house windows.
Correct.
So the temperature outside doesn't cause the inside glass to fog and get condensation and vice versa. The only thing you have to be careful about with dual pane lenses is you can't take your goggle and just dump it in the sink in a whole bucket of water, because that foam will absorb the water, and once you get moisture trapped between the two lenses, you are SOL, and you might as well throw that thing away.
Yep, so I like that you brought that point up, Mark. So if you guys do take a goggle shot and you guys need to clean these, take them off, spray some water or whatever you want on a microfiber cloth and clean it either inside or out, but don't dunk your dual or thermal pane lens underwater, because that water is going to seep in between the cracks. Then you're going to have water in between those two panes, and it's never going to come out, and you're just going to have to buy a new $40 to $50 lens, depending on what goggle system you have.
Unless you want to turn the inside there for like a sea monkey fish tank or something.
Exactly, because once that water gets in between those two panes, you guys are going to have to replace it or make it your own personal aquarium. So single pane, just a clear piece of plastic, obviously protects the eyes, but same thing here, but now you're talking anti-fog with that dual thermal lens. Huge difference between the two. Fogging up immediately, probably not going to fog up even after a very, very long day of paintball.
And just because you're new, just to be clear, there are dual pane clear lenses also. So just because you have a clear lens doesn't mean it's a single pane.
Correct. But the only thing you're going to need to look for is obviously the dual pane. You got to see that you're going to see a lens, you're going to see foam, and then you're going to see another back lens on there. So you guys will definitely be able to differentiate something like this versus just a clear piece of plastic, something like that. So before we get to the end of the video, which is a lot of people, why am I going to want to buy a smoke lens or a yellow lens or an HD lens or a mirrored lens or keep with a clear lens? So for me, let's say it is going to the field, clouds are all about, it's going to maybe start raining. A lot of players play in crappy conditions, happens all the time at the NXLs and all the other national tournaments. So for me, if it's dark and it's cloudy outside and I really want to brighten things up, I'm going to go with a yellow lens, something like this. As you look through it, everything doesn't seem so dark, gloomy, cloudy. It's really, really going to brighten stuff up so you guys can see the paintballs in the air and your opponents downfield. So that's the yellow lens. That's exactly when you would use that, dark, cloudy conditions. The HD lens, very, very similar to that yellow lens, but just makes the objects, the bunkers, your opponents, everything just more crisp and clear. Is that a good way to state that, Mark? The HD, it's HD high definition, just like the yellow, but really, really makes everything kind of more clean and concise.
I don't know the science behind it, but because of the way it tints your vision, it makes like the greens and the different colors stand out differently than to the naked eye, and it just so happens to make like the paintballs and everything just it's more recognizable. You see it.
Like,
it's a weird. It's almost magic. It's like magnets.
It is. Well, and it's also like if you guys wearing a pair of like polarized sunglasses, something like that, everything is just a different field of vision when you throw on something like an HD lens. Okay, so now, you know, it's too bright, it's sunny, there's not a cloud in the sky. I'm gonna move on to something over here like a smoked lens. It's gonna help tint it down so you're not just so blinded. So if it was super sunny and you guys just went out there with your standard clear lens, that's gonna be no good. You're gonna be getting reflections off the bunkers and your eyes are gonna be hurting. Just like you don't, if it's bright and sunny, do you go outside and just stare up at the sun without any sunglasses on? That's exactly what a mirrored or a smoked lens would be for, similar to the mirrored lens. Mirrored lens does the same thing as smoke, but this one just makes you look cool. So when people look at you out there on the field, you look mean, you look scary, you look angry. Nobody can actually see your eyes behind the lens. And there's between, you know, flexes and dye i5s and push goggles, there's hundreds of choices of smoked or mirrored lens options. You can do a silver, I mean green and red and blue. So the mirrored lens is more kind of, it's a smoked lens, but it's for the aesthetic of I look cool on the field and no one can see me. It's intimidating, you look kind of scary, and overall you're gaining ag points out there. So you like that. And then this one's kind of just similar. This is the dye one, just different, like I said, just different colors of the mirrored lenses all available. So just a quick recap, single pane lens, you're going to be fogging up, definitely going to want to find a goggle system down the road with a dual thermal lens that's not going to fog up on you, not going to reach the dew point. And then obviously weather conditions, like I said, dark and cloudy outside, go with something like a yellow or kind of like an HD, kind of brighten things up if it's dark and cloudy. Obviously super sunny, not a cloud in the sky, something like a smoke or something like a mirrored. Mark, since you do wear goggles, what do you prefer? What lens do you normally like to wear out there? Because it's hard with glasses inside of a paintball mask.
I will use clear if I'm doing woods and stuff. I like the yellow and the HD, but I've never spent the extra money for them yet. I don't play enough in the woods to worry about it.
That's fair.
And then I usually use a traditional smoke lens for speedball in open areas because I'm already mean enough looking, so just having the matte black on there is more than enough intimidating. I don't need the shiny shine for me personally.
That is good. I like that. Like I said, someone that wears glasses kind of, but obviously you're not messing around with just single pane lens, right?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah,
that was
definitely
the first thing I got rid of as soon as I started playing. And just if you have a more inexpensive mask like that dye one there, HK's got a bunch that come with single pane. They all do have a dual pane upgrade, so you don't have to throw your entire mask away. Just spend a little bit, get that dual pane lens, and you'll be feeling a lot better about yourself.
And like I said, this goggle right here with just your single pane lens, I think these retail around $30. For another $20 to $30 more, I believe, you can definitely get a goggle that's a little bit more comfortable, and also it's going to have that dual pane thermal lens that you want, so you guys aren't going out there, man, I'm having a terrible time, I can't see, I keep getting shot because I'm all fogged up.
Yeah, but I haven't, just to make sure, I think this was more close to your original question, I haven't had any issue really with any lens with my glasses on, because your head's in the dark inside the mask. So clarity looking through my glasses and then through the dual pane lens, regardless of what finish is on it, doesn't really affect anything.
But obviously, as you're a glasses wearer, you're not going out there with something that's not a dual pane thermal lens.
No, because I don't want it. You're going to run into more fogging just because you have glasses on than anybody else to begin with. So going out with a single pane lens with glasses is just stupid. I said it.
Would fully agree. Would fully agree. So enough of us jabbering on. Find all your lens options, all your goggle options here at the best, and the best is lonewolfpaintball.com.
Woo! There's a lot of them out there too.
Yes, indeed.
So many.